What's good, guys? Boot camp, sheep. This is gonna be boot camp day. I don't fucking know. It's like my fourth video in a row filming. Maybe 28, maybe 29, maybe 27. No clue. Now, for this video, I want to steer more towards the psychological, psychological. Yeah, I probably said that right. Aspect of trading. Now, I'm not gonna be really talking about full motions as in like stop loss. Like I'm gonna get into that, but it's mainly just gonna be about. It's tough to explain, but you can't have the fear of execution. That's gonna be something we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into the fear of losing capital, the fear of winning too, because that happens. Fear of getting made fun of. All these different types of fears that they're gonna come from trading. That's truth. Now we'll slowly lose a pair of glasses. I can't see in these, by the way. It's pitch black. This is Richard Mille. It's fake as fuck, Richard Mille. I can't see. This Richard Mille is so fake. It costs like $10. I'm gonna have a real one though in a few years. Future self, Richard Mille in 2 years, baby. Oh my god, I could see again, boys. Beep. Gum. Never done a Zin, never smoked, never drank. None of that shit. Just make hella bread. Now, anyways, I want us to dive into this fear thing, okay? So, let's start off with fears that you might have. The number one fear. What if you don't make it? Well, fuck it, man. What if you don't? If you do not make this shit with trading, that is entirely on you. Not your mom's fault, not your brother's fault. It's not the market's fault. It is on you. Day trading is a skill that can only be learned through you. Yes, you could have a mentor, but the real time is going to be you bleeding your fucking eyes out on the charts at 12 a.m. when you can't even sleep. While your friends are up fucking jerking off and doom scrolling. You're going to be just fucking backtesting. Your eyes, they're going to hurt. Your bank account is going to get rinsed. You're going to lose thousands of dollars. You're going to blow funded account after fucking funded account. But it's all going to be worth it. But those failures that I just mentioned is where most people quit. When their friend asks you, can you come to the party with me? You have two options. Say yes, and I'll backtest tomorrow. Stay unprofitable. Stay in that losing path until you quit. Or say no, fuck you. I'm going to be somebody. You might lose a couple friends in the process. You might lose some of the family members. They might not respect you as much. They might think you're gambling. Your teachers might look at you a different way. But who gives a fuck? This is for you and you only. The main goal of this shit should not just be, oh, I'm going to fucking retire my parents. Like, no. That is great. But you cannot always have a goal in mind that's for someone else. You have to fucking do it for yourself and then benefit all the others through all of your hard work and trial and error. Bleed your eyes out on the charts. Recover from your losses as it's all going to be worth it. Like, this video is not just going to be about fear. We're going to get into my story too. 8 fucking months ago, I was sitting in this chair crying. There's literally a YouTube video out there with me almost bawling my eyes out. It's titled like I lost everything, blew the accounts, it's all gone. I was holding back fucking tears in my eyes. I spent months and months working. Got up almost $2,000 in the accounts. Blew them all. It's all fucking gone. Had to show up to class the next period to ask if I was okay. I looked so down. My bank account went from like 30K to like 10K. It was down like a lot of money, like thousands, almost $10,000. Bought a mentorship with Aval. Low-key fucking, it sucked. I love him, but it sucked for me. I was promised things that didn't happen. Not gonna get in it. He's still a great guy. Can't wait to meet him and stuff. But shit like that did happen. And it sucked. I couldn't reach to anyone and help out. Couldn't go to parents and say I'm down all this money. My friends. I mean, I had a couple true ones during time, but most of them would just say, like, yeah, you're working so hard, and then laugh at me and say I'd be better off gambling, man. Like, that's the shit that's gonna happen to you, and you could fear it. It's gonna happen. And you're not really just gonna overcome it. You're not gonna up 10K in their face right away. And once you are at the level, like I could up 10K in someone's face right now, I'm humble enough. I don't want to do that. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's just seeing like there's so much potential in your eyes you don't even know, and it's in my eyes too. Like for my future self, like man, if someone would have told me that 8 months ago when I was sitting in the worst parts of my life, sitting depressed as fuck, getting fat as fuck, fading all my bad habits, but still working so hard. I was getting no sleep. I was just working on this skill. And I thought I was going to go nowhere for a period of time. If you were to tell me that fast forward 7, 8 months, I was going to be scaling with multiple accounts, 4 accounts, 5 accounts, 10 accounts, 9 accounts, 8 accounts, and you were telling me I was going to be making multiple 5 figures each month at the age of 16 years old, I would have said you're fucking crazy. I would have said, nope, you're insane, never going to happen, blah, 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 blah. And then it happened. And it happened so fast, like, just like a holy shit moment, I made it. Now, anyways, we just got a little bit sidetracked, but now let's get into the actual fears you might have. Now, all those fears, they're not really going to be conquered. The only way to conquer those fears of just what others think and stuff is by not giving a fuck and doing it for you. You think when I was posting on social media those first days when it was only friends following me, and I wanted to do that, getting called nicknames at school? No. But at the end of the day, I was like, what do I want from this? And I knew very clear what I wanted. And that is to be able to teach people one day, to have millions of followers and inspire others, to document my whole journey from the moment of ground zero all the way to like when I'm a billionaire in a couple years, bro. Not a couple, probably like a decade. Is decade 10 or is it century? Yeah, decades 10, centuries 100. So yeah, like a decade. But yeah, it's a show like that, man. Like, you know? Now, another fear. Let's go into the fears you might have with trading. Now, the fear of losing. Now, the biggest way I would conquer this, as it's especially going to be hard to conquer at first, because at first you're going to have to realize you're not. If you're watching this, I'm sure you haven't seen much profitability. And if you have, clearly it's not working too stable or you wouldn't be fucking watching this shit. Unless you're just like, oh my god, this kid's so famous. I want to see what he was like when he was younger. Because, yeah, that makes sense. Because in a couple years, I'm going to be big as fuck. Anyways. So, yeah. Now, with that said, you have to pretty much just counter them all with just the beliefs and the fucking beliefs. Okay? Now, you just have to find a system. Now, the main way to build this and conquer this fear is through getting confidence through things like back testing and forward testing. Start off with a little bit of fake money so you could start winning and see that you're profitable. And the best thing is just to build a system so that if you have a system built where you know your win rate's like 70%, 80%, 60%, you know, well, that's okay because statistically I did everything right with this trade. If I lose, who gives a fuck? I'm statistically more likely now to win the next trade than I ever was before. Now, another fear that I really want to get into is just zooming out and looking at the bigger time frame, the bigger picture. Now, this is kind of like a trading thing that applies to real life with, I like saying the higher time frame is bullish. What do I mean by that? Well, maybe you just had a really rough trading day. The week is still green. Maybe you had a really bad week. Is the month still green? Maybe you had a bad month. Is the year still green? As when you look at it statistically and you fully zoom out the picture, you're going to have times where you don't lose. I've had months where I do not lose. I didn't lose once in June. Once in June. I'm on a 2.5 week win streak right now. There's going to be times like that. But I can also tell you I've had it where I lost for a week straight and got break even for another week straight. And those sucked. And it's about how you get out of it. So the first fear pretty much with that of just the fear of losing money, just zoom out and look at that bigger picture. Now, another fear that I see often with evals is blowing them. Get it as an ROI game in your head and think of it as a business. It is meant to be cycled. It's like a tax you pay. It's like an ad that you spend. Business managers, they lose all that money on ads and it gives them ROI. And this, for example, say you take a Lucid account. And if you think about an ROI, you blow that account for $60 or we'll call it $100. Damn, that sucks. You blow the next one, $100. Fuck. You finally passed the third. So now you have spent $300 total and you pass one account out of the three. Now you get your first ever payout on that account of $1,000 to $2,000. Well, now you just covered every single loss you've ever had blowing those accounts, and you actually ROI'd it by over 10 times, by 20 times your winnings. For example, Apex accounts, I've had 20 stacks before. A 20 stack of Apex accounts costs $2,000. If you get one max payout across each of those accounts, that is a $40,000 payout. You just made $38,000 on that $2,000 investment. That is around times 20. It is actually times 20 pretty much. Well, no, times 18 of your initial investment, that ROI. Now, there's a bunch of fears that's going to come from trading. The biggest one is just going to be not making it, I promise you. What if all my hard work doesn't pay off? It might not. But again, coming back to that, it's on you. And you can't say it's not on you because this market is the same thing for every single one else. No one's going to be gifted different. Obviously, some people can consume information better. But it's all just going to be about the effort you put in. And I can literally give you witnesses of this. My best friend Chase Troisy, I'll drop his full name. He started this trading journey a week after me. Walked him through it. We were on the same path. He quit. He didn't want it as bad as me. He didn't want to backtest those extra hours. When he lost all the money too. When he lost all the money too, he just quit. For me, I pushed through those thousands of dollars in the negatives. I almost went into fucking debt for this shit. I didn't tell a soul. Just kept my head down, stayed humble, and grinded my ass off. And now look where I am today. And it can be the same thing with you too. Now, another big counter with fear, and this is honestly one of the best things I like to talk about when someone asks me, what if it doesn't work? You have to realize, if God forbid you somehow fail, if you fail, your plan B, your worst option is someone else's reality, someone's plan A. For me, if I somehow fail with this shit, my worst option, my plan B, will just be going to college and getting that 9 to 5 until I figure some other business out, like every single other person in this world who goes to college and gets a job. So what do I have to lose? Think, if you lose, you are coming out of it with a skill. Yes, you're down a few grand, but you now have a skill that can be useful in the real world, and maybe you come back to it. As build a skill and the money will follow. So that's what I just like to say. I just like to live by, I am risking a life that I do not want to live. So what am I really risking? For example, that's like saying this. Okay. If you have, what can I put in this? Let's see. Okay. Say you want to get a buzz cut, right? You want to get a buzz cut, correct? If you want to get a buzz cut, you clearly do not give a fuck about your hair. If you lost your hair, you'd still be fine with it, right? You want the buzz cut. So now, imagine someone came up to you and said, you have this option to work hard and get financial freedom and get every single thing you've ever wanted in this world. And if you lose, all you're going to lose is your hair. Now, did you want your hair in the first place? For some people, no. So if you did not want your hair in the first place, what are you risking? If you risk, you still win. That's just like how this life applies. Do you want that 9 to 5? No. So then just risk it. Worst case scenario, you get it. Worst case scenario. It's not like you're going to die. It's not like the market just going to vanish off the face of the earth. No. It's not how it fucking works, man. Now, I will say another way that you have to tap into with your fear to conquer it it's kind of just going to have to be through your self-belief. You're just going to have to be so delusional and just manifest everything and have such a high self-esteem, belief, and confidence that nothing else affects you. As the biggest thing that helped me get through that I honestly recommend you doing is I would go and I would fucking wake up every morning like 5 a.m. before school, fucking go to my room, manifest in a pitch black in my fucking closet. I'm a millionaire. I'm a profitable trader. I'm driving a Lamborghini. I'm in my Puerto Rico house. I'm in my Miami Palace. I'm a high school dropout. I'm not going to college. I'm this. I'm fucking that. And I would say that every single day for like 15 minutes right before school, like 5 a.m. before I got ready for the day. And I slowly started to transform that. I'm a patient trader. I'm this. And I slowly started to see it take a toll on my life. As I started, you can find a video, I started talking about like, hey, I'm going to own this house one day. I'm going to own this car one day. I'm going to help my friend with this one day. And it's all slowly coming like a puzzle together. But you knew what was on the box. You don't come into a puzzle not knowing what you're building. You come in knowing you're trying to build a box and you just have to put all the pieces together. I'm spitting right now. But that's like how it is in life. I'd hop in the fucking cold shower after a gym. I'm fucking profitable. I'm going to do this. Fuck everyone who doubts me. I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. And it just helps you get over your fear. And especially when you start proving yourself you're profitable through backtesting, paper trading, forward testing, you're going to see it. And all it's going to take is that one little bit of success, that first eval pass. And you're going to be like, wow, man, I really did it. And you did. You should feel proud of yourself. You should pat yourself on the back for that. Now, you know what? Fuck it, man. This is my future self. Future JRJ, when you're watching this, man, you're sitting fucking millions a month, fucking million a day some days. Making 8 figures a year, probably what, 21? Fuck it, realistically, maybe like 19 and 20. Going to your fucking Puerto Rico house in Dorado Beach Resort. You're driving in your Ferrari 812 super fast. AMG GT3, Porsche GTRS, all that. You got the whips, fuck it, you have millions of followers, you're inspiring others. You have your Discord with like 10,000 plus members. Just know, this is what we are working for. I'm here grinding my ass off every single day right now for it. I don't have much to show. I'm almost at 3,000 followers now on Instagram after posting consistently multiple times a day for 8 months straight. Like 80 YouTuber subscribers and like 200 videos. Multiple 5-figure payouts, so it's 16. This is what we are working for. This is what we are bleeding our eyes out for. This is that manifestation, that delusionalism that is going to get us to where we want to be. Now, with that said, this video, that's just the main reason that we're going to conquer fear. Just so much self-belief, and you just have to understand. You have to be okay with what you're risking. If you are scared of what you'll lose, don't trade. You have to have balls with this shit. You have to understand you can make it back. Do not enter a trade if you are scared of losing that amount of money, because that just means you're over-risking. Or you're not confident. And with that said, I'm going to end this video. But that was on fear. Just know you could do whatever you want in your life and never let someone take that away from you. I don't care who it is. You could accomplish the world. In future JRJ, you're going to do everything you ever want and fucking more. Can't wait to see where you're at in a few years.